What's bracking, guys? Welcome to this video where we will be taking a look at some gems for Road to Glory career mode. So all these players have very high pace. I think I set the threshold at like 88 pace for you guys. So pace is a little bit different this year, it seems like, with how they calculated it. So for all you pace whores out there, here are some players for you. I actually decided to take the time in to bring them in on transfer and test out to see if they're actually transferable, because some players do not want to relocate. Their squad doesn't have enough depth, so they can't, they won't join your side and stuff like that. So first player from Amiens, a striker Lane for 750,000 euros. Matsumura from Kashima Antlers for 550,000 euros. Ricky J. Jones, who actually has 80 potential, from Peterborough for 680,000 euros. Lungoi from Lugano for 640,000 euros, another striker. Eligot, another striker from Odense for 450,000 euros, so a pretty cheap option if you just want a pacey striker. Mohamed Dabre from Swindon Town, I brought him in for 525,000 euros. Now Miglore, the center back, from Blackburn for 700,000 euros, and he's a gem. He's really pacey and strong. And Dukuli for 325,000 euros from Adelaide United, and Ajiboya from Sutton United for 800,000 euros, a winger basically. So now taking a look at McGlory, he is kind of one of the biggest gems, I'd say, in this class of players I brought in. He is extremely strong. I mean, the wages are a bit higher, 8,000 euros we had to pay for his wages because he is at Blackburn, but low medium work rates, 6'1", and he's got tons of pace and strength, so he's probably one of your best Road to Glory center back options. You'll see, just mostly got to fix that, those mental attributes. I mean, the interceptions are pretty poor, aggression, you can get that all up with a dev plan and all that, so, and along with the just kind of general marking stats. And his passing is kind of horrific also, so you might want to work on his passing ability, ball control and all that as well. So yeah, he's a good option. I mean, he's going to be good cover, he's going to be obviously pushing players off the ball, winning the ball with the pace and strength on him. So a good little option he is for you. Now moving on to Yaya Dukuli, the left mid. I just had to check to see if I forgot anyone first, but Yaya Dukuli. So obviously all the actually fullbacks I tried to bring in were not transferable, unfortunately, the pacey fullbacks, which is a bit disappointing. He does have pretty low wages, also 1,000 euros, so a good option in that sense. He's not going to take too much off your wage budget. If you have a decent amount of money on you, you can bring him in for an affordable price. But skill moves, only 3-star, 2-star weak foots, 5'9", high-low work rates. You can obviously work on the skill moves and weak foot with dead plans, so that's what really kind of changes things, in my opinion. It's what kind of does make having some of these kind of Road to Glory type of gem players, you can really turn them into world-class players with dynamic potential and dead plans. Pretty much he's just pace and I mean agility at the moment, so you have to work on that stamina. The strength is pretty low and the mental stats are horrific, so those are some areas you really want to focus on. And technically his best stats really is just kind of dribbling and ball control, and everything else isn't really bad. But if you need a pacey player off the bench, certainly is the one for you. If you want to go all pace, bring him in, he's your man. But we'll move on to Mohamed Dabre here, the 18-year-old Frenchman. He's on low wages also, only 1,000 euros, so that's a plus to have a player on lower wages like that. And 2-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot, also another player you want to work on those with the dev plan. High work rates, but he's got really good acceleration, 93 acceleration, 91 sprint speed. Then the agility is actually pretty good as well, so he's pretty agile. And stamina actually isn't too bad at 74. Strength is actually decent. Technically is really all the work you need to put in, and technically he's not an amazing player along with the mental attributes. Get the passing up, obviously, ball control, dribbling, and maybe the finishing, and it'd be much more effective player for you. But still, nonetheless, a decent, affordable option he was. Now moving on to Yuta Matsumura, 58 overall he was. He is at the start, also on pretty low wages, just being on 2,400 euros at the moment, and 20 years old as well, so still has a bit of room to grow. 3-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot, high-low work rates. The pace, agility, balance are all pretty good. I mean, they're extremely good pace, 89 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, 84 agility. The balance is decent there in the 70s also, but stamina and strength are horrific. Mental stats are actually pretty good, but stamina and strength is an area of focus for sure, if you want to focus on that with dev plans and everything. But now moving on to the technical attributes, really his best attributes are the ball control, crossing, dribbling. Everything else is kind of poor. Now moving on to David Ajiboya, the 62 overall player, 2,900 euro wages he's on at the moment. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, high medium work rates. He really is one of the more well-rounded players physically because he has very high pace, agility, and balance. The stamina at the 71. Strength isn't too bad. Mentally, needs some work with attack, position, vision, composure, all that. And technically, it's all really ball control, dribbling, passing is okay. But could certainly use improvements in some other areas also to make him a more well-rounded player. I think he's probably one of the bigger gems, has a flair trait on him, and yeah, he's going to be a good option for you. A lot of these players, again, you got to work on those weak foot and skill moves. Now, moving to Christopher Lungoi, the striker / left winger on 3,000 wages, 60 overall, 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, high work rates. Might be a good option on the wing with those work rates on occasion, but really good pace, 92 acceleration, 89 sprint speed, agility at the 89, actually has good jumping at the 71 as well. Balance is decent. Strength isn't amazing, but mentally he's not completely awful. Technically, his best attributes are ball control and dribbling, so you're going to definitely want to work on that finishing as it's in the 50s, along with the short passing being pretty poor. But moving on to Mikhail Eligot, the 22-year-old striker on 3,200 wages. Euro wages, 59 overall, and we'll flip over to see his attributes at the moment. 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves, medium work rates. You want to get the high medium for sure. Physically, 92 acceleration, 89 sprint speed, 74 balance, agility jumping in the 60s. Strength isn't the best. Mentally, yeah, composure and all that needs a lot of work along attack position. Technically, he actually has decent finishing for considering his overall, but certainly want to put a lot of emphasis on the finishing, passing, ball control, dribbling with a plan. And we'll move on to the highest potential player here. I said before he has 80 potential and certainly can with dynamic potential get that even higher. Ricky J. Jones, 18-year-old, only 2,000 wages, and again 60 overall, pretty solid player he looks like, and with his potential you certainly can turn him into a quality player. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, certainly want to work on the weak foot, high medium work rates, but he's very pacey. That was what this whole video is about, these pacey players. 91 acceleration, decent agility, 92 sprint speed. Strength could use some work along with stamina. Mentally, obviously composure, attack position aren't there yet, so you want to get those up with the appropriate dev plan. And tactically, he's actually not like poor all around. Technically, he's just kind of like pretty average. His finishing is okay, considering his overall, but he's actually not as bad in some other areas like passing and shot power like some of these other players were. So a good dev plan stuck on him, along with dynamic potential, could be pretty big. But now moving on to Jack Lane, the 2,600 a month wages, 62 overall, and we'll move over to the development to see his attributes. And so again, medium, you want to work on that with a dev plan. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, but physically he's probably the most well-rounded player on here. 93 acceleration, 81 agility, 88 balance, 91 jumping, so you can certainly win some headers. 92 sprint speed, 71 stamina. Strength in the 50s is the worst part of him physically, but he's going to actually feel really good on the ball considering his pace, agility, and balance. And technically, his dribbling, finishing are actually pretty solid in the 60s. Just needs some more work on the passing. Like most of these players aren't the best technically all around, but certainly that's something you can change. With dynamic potential, all these players on here could really turn into incredible players for you. And if you're just someone who likes to abuse pace, pace still matters a lot in this game, in my opinion, especially with the way some of the fullbacks defend. If you get some pace on the wings, I think you'll do a great job in your career mode. But that, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all the love and support. Hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of these types of videos, certainly let me know in the comment section. With that, thank you. I love you. I'll be signing on now, and I'll catch you guys later.